Hello farmers and welcome back to Frechdachs on Farming Simulator 25. How is everyone doing on a wonderful Wednesday? The sun is out in-game and in real life, so that's why I kind of went with the yellow color today for the UI. And Sam is back for for a little while. Aren't you, Sam? You're going to go back to Riverbend Springs and play with the squirrels, aren't you? We will see you later, but, you know, do enjoy wherever you do today. Hello, Branding, Robert, Ulrich, Shane, John. I think I said branding as already. I think it may have said. Skender. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of a busy day here on Frechdachs. Yeah, and many of you probably already know that Palanini, I started my recorded series on that. Well, I recorded it last night, but the video is now out. Been up now for a couple of hours. And I see some comments coming in. So some of you are already here. So I appreciate you watching the video. And hopefully you guys like that series as well. But we got work to do here on Frechdachs. We are in the month of August. At the end of last stream, we did get ourselves a shed. So the farmyard is going to be a little bit more organized sometimes. I do tend to, during the middle of farming season, to leave my equipment out. But we're getting a little bit organized around the farm now. So that's looking pretty good. Also, what else did we do here? We did some work around the pig pen in yesterday's stream, so we go over here and visit. Yes, we got pigs, of course, but we got ourselves our bale shed. We got the pig food mixer down. Everything is starting to slowly come together, and that is where we are. Of course, we can't forget the sawmill, the lovely, lovely sawmill, which is bringing in all the cash. If we just visit up here, don't know how much wood beams we got already in storage. Up to almost 10. And we still have nearly 280,000 liters of wood to be processed. So I think in the month of August here, I think I'm all set. Let me just tap back to the farm. I did not get a chance to test out the whole baler issue I'm having on this map. I don't know if it's the map, the balers. I'm not really sure what the issue is, but we'll worry about that next season. Oh yeah, I probably should look at the greenhouses here. So pig food out of space. I'm thinking about going over there and grabbing the pig food out and let that make some more. The greenhouses are looking good. And we got honey, we got strawberries, we got water. Yeah, so I think we're all set. Anything in the sale page here? No, nothing in the sale page here. Like the new map and the mention. Yeah, I think a couple red cars went on through. But yeah, Palanini, however you want to pronounce it, I don't know which way. I went and saw a couple videos from FS22 to see how other people pronounced it, and I don't think I heard anyone pronounce it the same. So I'm just going to say whatever comes out of my mouth when I pronounce Palanini. However, but yeah, it's great to get on another map, a recorded series. It felt a little weird, honestly, doing a recorded episode of Farming Simulator 25 just because I haven't done so in quite a while. Yeah, so here on Frechdachs, though, like I said, I think we're all set. I did not look at contracts, though, unless some really good paying ones. There's cultivating ones, harvesting ones. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Mowing. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and get to September. Because September, we need to get to planting. When planting's going on, maybe I'll send another tractor off to do a contract or something. We shall see. But yeah, it felt kind of weird doing a recorded episode because I think throughout the first half of the video, I was kind of acting like it was a live stream, but yeah, it wasn't. So yeah, sleep till 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's just go ahead and go to bed. Wouldn't be a new playthrough unless Peanut crashes into John's car. Did I crash into the red car? I think I might have. Alright, so we wake up, we're down to 90,000. So there's a couple things I'm working towards today for this stream, and that's buying the cornfield. I think it's 330,000. And we do got to plant our canola in this field. And we also got wheat to plant as well. And since Sam is actually still hanging around a little bit, but it's only been a few minutes, we'll feed Sam. Yeah, buddy, you come running. Sale page. Nothing there that we need. Alrighty, so we do need a planter, sorry, a seed drill for today. And of course, there's only two choices as far as I'm concerned. We got the coon, and excuse me, we got the Novag, which is like 3 meters wider. But if we look at what it would cost to lease it, leasing this would be almost 16 grand. Or I can just go with a coon and lease that for like half the price. Yep, we're going to lease this. We're going to lease this. And let's grab our Fent. I don't even know where the Fent is. Where's the Fent? Oh, yes, I kind of forgot I got dually wheels on here. So we'll leave the dual wheels on here. Actually, instead of me driving back, let's just go ahead. We're going to recall. Let's recall the Fent back to the store. I'm going to try to anyways. Come on, Fent. Reset. That'll work. And now we're back at the store. Saved ourselves a little bit of a trip. So yeah, so I put the dual wheels on here last stream because we just couldn't get the only tractor that could kind of haul the bale around was the T8. And it looks like we were getting a lot of wheel slippage, and putting dual wheels on the Fent did not really help out the situation at all. So, I don't know. We'll get to it at some point. To get across the river on the other map, you could always just raise the land to get across. Episode 1. We got a long ways to go on there. I appreciate the help, but I don't want to change it too much. And the bridge, yeah, we saw how to get across. If I even buy that land, I have no idea. I got a chainsaw, and that's all I got so far. Hello, Bob. How you doing? Thanks for dropping on in. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Let's switch this over to canola. I want to plant the canola first. I mean, I don't mind the dual wheels on the Fent. Just dual wheels are something I don't usually put on my tractors. I did have, I think the last time I had more than just singles. I think I actually had triples on, was it the Big Bud on Oceanside Forest? Although I was trying to haul around a big drill and planting on steep hillsides in Oceanside Forest. So yeah, we're going to get ourselves a worker to start planting the canola. And of course, we're going to get our, well, not ours, but the electric Volvo and start selling some wood beams. Because like I said, I got to be able to buy that cornfield. October is the first month for harvest. And of course, I want to buy that cornfield before I sleep through the night. And somehow that farmer may harvest the field early in the morning. Hello, RC Mark and Farming Sins. Welcome. And hello, Tim, as well. Let's see here. If I just bully these pallets out of here, I'll fill these up first. On the map, if you want to see the pastures used, look at the gate. It'll let you know. Yeah, Robert, I did see your comment just a little while ago, so I appreciate the help on that. I hope to record episode 2 tonight and get that out for you guys to be scheduled to be put out tomorrow. Another episode of Polynini. I'm going to say it wrong every time, I know. Let's go ahead and fill this up. Fertilizer, yes. Seed, yes. Canola, we got, yes. Hello, Denard, and welcome. It's too bad the dual wheels didn't help, but the Fendt looks awesome. I do like the look of the dual wheels on the Fendt. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what was going on with the baler. I thought, you know, the Case Quad that we had, the cheaper baler, I thought, okay, then someone said, yeah, that baler's always had that problem. Then we got the Kuhn and was pretty much having a similar issue, so I'm not sure. Yeah, we do need another shed, but the first thing I need is to get money to buy field number 43, I think it's showing us. Field 43 is another cornfield. 332 is what I need. What's it? Wait, September is the first month for corn? Well, okay, you know, the heck with field number 43 right now then. I thought October was corn. Okay, hold the phone. Just hold the phone. This map is showing corn. You don't harvest till October, November. This corn has been gone. The corn is gone. Well, I mean, I guess there's always a chance the farmer that had this field used the corn as corn chaff and took it down before it was in the harvest stage. So, yeah, it's gone. Well, anywho. Well, so that kind of changes what I thought I was going to be doing on this today. Got a hoeing contract, but it's not worth that much. Well, let's get over to, while, you know, our worker is planting in our canola, let's get over to, oh, this truck is actually here. All right. Well, we'll go sell our wood beams, and the wood beams, yeah, we got $224,000 worth of wood beams. Yeah, on Palagny, I have no idea how to say that. On the other map. On the other map. Yeah, I did a baling contract because when I was first looking at the map, I was like, what should I do? I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a baling contract first to see if I got any issues with the baler in that map. I mean, yeah, that was a round baler, but I had no problems whatsoever. I mean, I don't think it's a baler. It seemed like it was just, we weren't getting traction. We just weren't getting traction with, I mean, the dual wheels, the New Holland T8 did, oh, you know, seemed to do okay, but, you know, that's like a 430 horsepower tractor for a baler that just needs 200 horse. All right, so we will sell these wood beams here, and then, well, since the cornfield's already been harvested, the one I wanted to buy, we'll have to maybe see what else we might be doing with it, with the cash here. Might have a look at some other fields. I could buy some equipment. I could buy one of these trucks. As for our trees have not grown as of yet. I don't know if I want to take care of the stumps or not. Maybe I'll just wait until we harvest the next set of 300 trees and go from there. All right, I'm hoping that pallet's kind of stuck into the ground because I threw it. Yep, it grabbed it. It grabbed it. We're all good. Before harvest, that means silage only. Nothing else makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to the game doing that, though, with corn, but maybe I just haven't paid that much attention to corn in 25 because I didn't care about corn on Riverbend Springs. I mean, but that's okay. At least I got my own cornfield. And it's not like I'm desperate for corn, but it would have been nice to buy the field with it on there. But I'm not sure I know how I feel about the new map I'm on yet. I mean, I literally just logged in, had a quick look, and I just know you guys want to do wanted me to do a Let's Play on it, so that's what we did. Or that's what I'm going to be doing. No, Palanini is not a 4x map. I don't believe. Palanini is available on all platforms. Yeah, it's available on PC, Mac, PS5, Xbox. It's not a 4x map. Yeah, it's available on all platforms. So, Robert, you can go ahead and... well, anyone on console can go ahead and play on Paligny, however you want to pronounce it. It's available on all platforms. It's not a 4x map. This is a 4x map. We just do this because I can get 12 more of these wood beams on here. Nope, that's just going to push out. Drop that down. No, but Palanini, that's available on all platforms. Well, the description does not say it's a 4x map, and it's a 4x map that it's not. It wouldn't be available on console. So I don't know what version you have. I'm not saying there's not a 4x version out there. One more. This should give us, I think, 57,000 liters of wood beams. Oh, I forgot. I got to take off. Almost forgot. Can't get through with these up here. Put it down gently so it doesn't clip through the floor. Alright, let's roll here. So you usually get like 160 to 170,000 for a load like this. Here, I thought I was well prepared today to buy a cornfield, and now, I mean, I could still buy the field, because that field there, I want to put potatoes in it. Well, the one thing you could look at, Skender, is, I mean, I don't know if you saw my video I posted a couple of hours ago, but when I go to the PDA, you might be able to see the map that I got. And if you compare it to the map you got, if it does look different, then yeah, you got a different version for sure. But if it looks the same, it could have been just mistitled as well in the description that you got. I have no idea. Nope, 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 nope. And I'm over. And I'm over. And you guys didn't bet if I was going to roll over or not. What a shame. Alright, so here's the truck. I wonder if I can pick this up. Let's see, I need to rotate it like this. Oh, super strength is working wonderful. You just got to be careful with it when you're rolling it over. That's what you get when you... I should learn at this point not to try to read chat when I'm driving around and going around corners. Never works. Spent an hour on my canning production to sell their goods. Happy with that result. Brought in over $500,000. Yeah, productions do bring in the cash. Yeah, I did miss. I think someone mentioned maybe something about sunflowers. Yeah, the pig food mixer does not take sunflowers. They take canola in the mixture. But my corn! You took my corn! Maybe I'll have a look around and see about the other two fields that are right next to my tent. Because I do want to buy those fields at some point. Maybe we'll have a look to see what's in those fields. I mean, probably nothing that... I think one was... I think this was sorghum. And that is going to be... What's that going to be? That's been harvested, but I think this is going to be sorghum. Yep, that is sorghum. I mean, I do got the grass field here, and we are going to have a BGA. I could buy the grass field. No, that's $637,000. Never mind. Okay. 800,000. Yeah, so maybe I bypass on this field for now because potatoes I don't plant until springtime. So we can hold off on that field and maybe I'll get lucky and they will plant potatoes in there for me. All right, let's go get the rest of the wood beams and we'll see what we have for cash. And then maybe we'll buy one of these electric Volvos and I can return this because I am leasing this truck and I am paying a slight overnight fee every time. And of course I am at 2.6 hours, so another 0.4 hours. I will pay another hourly fee, so maybe it's time I get myself the truck because the truck is very key for what we're doing here. We found the sawmill that uses wood chips and wood logs is super fast on production. Did a low last night and brought in $397K just from it. I think a lot of the productions you're going to see on the mod hub now are probably going to be faster than the base game stuff. So yeah, it's going to seem a lot faster and also produce a lot more money for you. I mean, the sawmill I'm using is producing like $250,000 worth of wood beams a month. And if I turned on other stuff, I could probably make more out of it. Let's go get the rest of the wood beams. So it's kind of weird. The corn got harvested a month before it should, and yet there's other fields that just get withered. It's like some farmers are early and other farmers just completely forgot. Hello, In Your Base. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. Or maybe I just need to start focusing on my driving a little bit. Stop trying to read chat as I drive across the map. I think that's going to be it for today. Oh, I do need to come up, though, and get the wood chips out of here. We're almost full on wood chips. So that'll stop production, so we need to take care of that. Alright, top layer needs to come off. I really need to adjust the autoloader for the front of this. That way I don't have to mess around with it anymore. Alright, let's lock and load. We'll be back to get the wood chips out of here, or at least a good amount. Well, In Your Base, hopefully your middle daughter gets better soon. Planning on doing strictly a logging playthrough using your wood production and any others I want. I mean, it's going to make you a lot of cash. That's for darn sure. This sawmill here. Get rid of a couple trees in the sawmill front. Better visibility. Well, I don't own that property. Will I be buying the TARDIS trailer? I don't think so. We're not getting as many wood chips like we were doing on Riverbend because I'm not doing Poplar. I didn't sell the wood chips last year because I didn't have a bunch to make it worth my while. So we'll grab the T8, our New Holland T8 that we bought yesterday. And we'll get some things shifted around. I think I will empty out the pig food mixer and put that pig food in our silo. and just get another 100,000 liters ready for whenever the pigs finally get through their feed in their feed trough. There we go. We're up to 307,000. Actually, let's bring this back to the farmyard. So I think you guys said when I reconfigure the universal autoloader for the trailer, I need to reset it for it to take place. I wonder if I just reconfigure it, if that will do the same thing. Let me see. Customize. Yeah, it did not take. So if I do this, and lower it to that. Save vehicle settings, I think. All right, and now if I just go back in, did it keep it? There we go. I think it kept it that time. I think it finally kept it that time. You can be parked here. Let's grab the T8 in the trailer. And we're going to go empty out the pig food mixer a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and we're going to configure this trailer now. I wonder how much it's going to be to configure this trailer to the largest capacity. Customize. And that will hold 71,000, only 6,500. To almost, I'd almost say, well, I mean, we were at 46, now we're going to be at 71, so holds quite a bit more. Okay, wait a minute. Is that gonna... That may not fit under. Well, technically it shouldn't fit under, but there's no collision on it. Oh, I can take the stuff back out if I wanted to, but we don't. We just want the pig food. And that has a good unload rate. Okay, this should go into our silo. And now we're making more pig food. We'll have plenty of pig food by the time their feed trough needs more. But it's good to have more than not enough. Hello, Thomas. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday so far. Miles, welcome as well. I'm wondering, I think I can put a weight on the front of the T8 rather than having a 3-point link. I think some weight on the front. I don't see myself using the front 3-point linkage on the T8 for anything. Hello, Adam. Welcome. All right, well, let me configure the T8, I hope. Yeah. Customize. Ooh, maybe I can't configure the front of the T8 to just have weights on it rather than the 3-point link. Oh well, not that big of a deal. Well, need to go to the sawmill and get those wood chips out of there. Don't want the sawmill to quit running. Alright, there were a few updates to some mods today. I think like 3 or 4 updates to some mods. I know Calms and Farms is one of them that had an update. So, but as for brand new mods, before the stream started, there was no brand new mods that dropped today as of yet. Although Giants tends to drop the mods as soon as my stream starts usually. Think I'm going to need a bigger tractor? I mean, at some point we will, but for what we have going here, the T8 is more than capable of doing everything that we need it to do. Yeah, I can buy a weight for the front of the T8 and put it on there. It's not a problem. Next time I go down to the store with something that can haul the weight around, then I'll either put it on that tractor to bring it back or... But yeah, I think having a weight on the front of the T8 is a good idea. I just don't see myself putting anything on the front 3-point link. Hello, Anita, and welcome back, Terry, and hello, Sirwell. Welcome, one and all. It's going to be a little tricky once these trees do start to grow, wiggling around in here, but we'll make it work. No, let's not back into the door. So we'll get most of them out of here. And again, we'll put those into the silo. Yeah, let's go ahead into vehicles and leased equipment. The Volvo truck, we're going to return that. And now we are going to go and buy the electric truck. So, yeah, the roof setup was good. We want the bigger engine. We want the 6x4. And I don't really think I need anything else. Mirrors. No, we don't need those. And the main color. I did like the color. But maybe we'll change it up. What color was that? I mean, what was that color? Is this called beige? All right. I don't mind the beige color. So I can't change. If I go glossy, if I go metallic. We'll give it the metallic look. Don't really see that much of a difference in the shop, but yeah, let's go ahead and get that. So that's going to cost me $210,000, which is not too bad. But at least now we'll have our own truck. We don't have to worry about it. I will need a charging station for it, though. Are we full? Yep, we're full. Yeah, I'm hoping to put down another shed today. Since my cornfield has been harvested, we're going to use that money to, well, buy the truck and put down a shed, a charging station. We'll spend the money elsewhere. Yeah, it's a little light on the front when you got 71,000 liters of material in the back and nothing on the front. Well, depending on what kind of apple green, I mean, the Fent could almost be like an apple-ish green, depending on how ripe the apple is at certain times. Let's get these wood chips in the silo. And yeah, I'll have a look at some sheds. Alright, what do we got for sheds here? Trying to pick out something maybe I haven't used as of yet, but that's not too expensive because I only got 90 grand. I think I did use this one on Riverbend. That's 152,000. That's not the one I used. I think it was that one. Here's one for 29. Is that a drive-through? No, that's not a drive-through. Then we get the smaller actual buildings. Well, I mean, it's not a bad shed, but that's not going to help me out. I mean, this, of course, I did use on Riverbend. It's not a bad one to have. And maybe, first off, let me get it kind of squared up. I think we will use that one again. We'll just paint it a different color. Alright, let me go ahead and move some of this stuff around. It should be kind of interesting to... So my low loader, because I just returned the truck, the legs in the front didn't come down. So that'll be kind of interesting. All right, let me go back into construction. Another thing I should be doing before I put this down is we need to level out the ground. It's going to go right in the center. Alrighty, where was that shed? Customize. And we will go... wait, what color is... I think it's just a white color, so maybe I just leave it the way it is. Yeah, it kind of matches that already. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Oh, let me go back into landscaping, and now I just need to smooth around. Don't want any big bumps around here. All right. Got ourselves another shed. Same one we use on River Bend, but I did like it. And hopefully I can utilize it a little bit more. All right, while we're here, let's go ahead and, because now I'm back down to 10,000. I need to keep paying off my workers. American Shed Pack on the Mod Hub is pretty nice. They're a good size, and at 35K. I think I have that downloaded, but not active for this series. The color you have on your Volvo, I have on mine, and it's called a mud bath color. Nope, that's all the lettuce that we got. So we can see our Fendt is getting along, putting the canola in. Might as well go sell this because I can only stack these, I think, too high. So let's go sell this stuff. Yeah, now I am going to need a charging station for our truck. Every time I get done with it, just have to make sure it's charging. Throw the lettuce out of that one, because we're also making strawberries in this greenhouse, which are currently being distributed over to the ice cream manufacturer, which I'm wondering if that's not full by now. It might be. Alright, we'll grab the ice cream. Alright, hopefully this brings in about 40,000 worth. Almost 40,000. Articulated trailers and the longer trailers can go in here. Let's see, so it's been an hour into the month, so I'm wondering if any good plowing contracts have shown up on the list. What do we got here? Plowing for 5. Well, that's not going to hold my interest anymore. Used to, but now it doesn't. Yeah, nothing there of interest. Let's go get ourselves the truck. And we're off. Yeah, someone did mention I could have reset the trailer, but with super strength I can just pick it up and get it somewhere near the back, and then we can hitch up to it. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want the charging station at the farm or do I want it at the sawmill? Probably the farm's going to make the most sense, because most of the time I'm going to be selling at Raffison with the wood beams, so I can always, when I get done with it, just, you know, we're right there at the farm anyways. Take off tomorrow for deep sea fishing. Apologize for not being in the stream tomorrow. I'm hoping so much for a bluefin. Well, sounds like you're going to have some fun. Alright, so everything I have on the farm we own, except for the direct drill that's currently being used by the Fent. We will get ourselves a drill at some point, because it's going to be needed on the farm for sure. Not going to just bump up, are you? Nope. No big deal. Oh, maybe the legs did come down. Uh-oh. I'm thinking the legs did come down, but they went underground. I'm going to have to reset the trailer anyways. The legs went through the ground. Of course it did. Oh, wait, did it just pop up? Aha, we got it. We got it. It came up through the ground. So the legs did come down. It just went under the ground when it did. We got it, though. Actually, I'm liking that color. It looks pretty good on that truck. So, am I going to be able to go to construction, tools, electric charging station, I mean, I suppose I could just leave it out here, and that will be close up to the truck, I think. So now it's not going to be charging because I haven't used probably enough in the truck to charge it on up. But if I leave it there, that should be in range of that, right? Let's see if I do... maybe not quite in range. Well, we'll worry about that at a later date. I can always move it with the mod, so I think we're all set there. How are we doing here? I think you're coming over and you're getting ready to do the headlands. So I think the headlands we could do. Let's let the worker get started on the headland, and we'll take over and we'll get this done. Well, I'm not quite sure I know what my worker is up to. Alright, you're going to do a lot of faffing about, so we'll take over. Not that I'm going to do much better. So eventually I would not mind having a 12-meter wide direct rail, but there currently is not one on the mod hub or in-game. I do have the Seed Hawk, which will be an 18-meter wide, but that seems rather big for what we're doing currently. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't have the money to buy a direct rail now anyway, so I spent it all on the truck. But through the winter, we'll definitely buy another field because I will want a potato field. Well, not another potato field. I would like a potato field. Which would have been that corn field I was going to buy. It would have looked better red. You mean my truck? Yeah, why are you picking red, man? This is just why you're picking red. So the crops we're going to be growing a lot here, of course, are going to be corn, canola, wheat, and potatoes, because that's what we need for the pig food mixer to feed our, eventually, 700 pigs. Better top this off with some fuel before I send it over to plant the wheat. Feels good to get the crop back into the ground, though. Because you like red. Well, we kind of know that at this point. Maybe the next vehicle I buy that I can change color on, we'll get ourselves a red one for you. Here or in Palanini. Or Palani. Polony. So yeah, this field is kind of surrounded by beehives, so that's going to help out our canola harvest a little bit. Actually, I could have bought this sorghum field just to our left because that crop is ready for harvest. And I could have made that my potato field because it's also surrounded by beehives as well. Well, it's going to have to be put on hold, I guess, unless sorghum goes into October and they don't harvest it. This will probably be, if I do have to lease another drill for next season, at that point I'll probably will jump up to at least a 9-meter wide. Of course, we will have weeds to take care of next month in both of the fields that we're planting today. But our corn will be ready for harvest. And right now, I'm probably still going to lease the corn header because I'm still waiting for the Capella pack to come out for the corn headers. Those will get up to... I would like the 12-meter wide one. The one that folds up in the game, I forgot the name brand of it, but it's only a 9-meter wide. I mean, it does a fine job, but we're going to have a lot of corn to harvest in the future. So a 12-meter wide one would be great. Should be a good harvest of canola next year. One thing I didn't check, if I could add solar panels on that shed. Oh well, kind of late now. Doesn't hurt to have solar panels on a roof just to get a little bit more extra income. Yeah, you're not getting around that birch tree, are you? No. I do think Sam has already disappeared for the stream today. Sam usually sticks around for about 15-20 minutes and then he's gone. 12-meter wide John Deere header folds up. Didn't think it did. Not that I ever used it. Not really sure if I'm drilling to both sides of the drill. It's showing that it is, but I'm guessing there might be a gap on either side. Alright, one more time around, then we'll top off the fent with fuel, the drill with fertilizer, and we'll get planting some wheat. Now, from a little bit of testing I did about the beehives in FS22, I want to say the increase was like 5%. But that's only in the radius that they can reach. So, like, I don't think the radius is too far. It's definitely not going to cover this entire field. I definitely need a nice sized drill for the fields that we're going to have, because these fields here are just our starter fields. They're only going to get bigger. Yeah, the dual wheels do look pretty good on this Fendt. Like I said, I'm usually not a big fan of dual wheels and triple wheels. Well, at least on this tractor it looks good. So now we went from like having no sheds on the farm to having more than what we need, which is good because we will expand. Alright, just got a little bit of patch up here to do. Yeah, Giants have really reduced on how much seed you need when planting compared to what it was before. I mean, this whole field only uses 12%. It's like almost nothing, really. Now let's get ourselves some fuel. And hopefully it wants just fertilizer. That's all we need. I don't need any more seed. Need to put the trailer away. Need to put the fertilizer spreader away. So while we get ourselves a worker, we'll come back to the yard and just quickly get that sorted out. Oh yeah, I should change this over to wheat. A lot of weeds in this field. Alright, where is... Yep, T8 will do. Hello, Glenn. How you doing? We're going to grab some more pig food out of the mixer. Do you have to use a charging station for the electric forklift? Well, I don't have an electric forklift, but if you do, I mean, if anything's electric, you're going to have to recharge it some way, so yeah, you will need a charger for anything that you buy that's electric. You're in a feisty mood today? Well, it is a Wednesday. Maybe that's the reason behind it. I'm thinking this one pig food mixer might keep up for what we're going to be doing here. It makes the pig food rather quickly. I think I'll park the trailer in that shed. And it's a full moon tonight. Is it? I think it was quite full tonight. Thought we had a couple more days before the full moon actually got here. Yep, got myself enough room between the sheds. drop that off there. And might as well top this off with fertilizer. That way it's ready to go. Going to need it for our canola wheat field that we are going to be planting or have planted. I did not check to see if my other field needed lime or anything before I started planting wheat into it. No, it looks like it's all good. I mean, it's got loads of weeds in it, but it's all good to go. At this rate, you should have built the pig food mixer over here by the silo. No, because I mean, I just want extra. The silos is going to be my my cushion, my little backup storage area. Because most of the time, I'm just going to go ahead and it's going to look kind of weird by doing it like this. But most of the time, it's going to be taken right out of the pig food mixer and give it right to the pigs. The mixer can hold 100,000 liters, and I think the barn is going to hold 100,000 liters. The pig food, or sorry, the feed trough on the pig sty will hold 100,000 liters. No water. Do they need? That could use 1,000 liters. Almost 2, so we'll just say 3,000, like 4,500 liters. 4,500 liters of liquid fertilizer. Maybe a little bit too much. I think they will take it all. And now fill up with water. That is lime and liquid herbicide over there. Herbicide we were using on the sprayers, but we haven't done that in a while. And of course the lime, eventually we'll use it. Alright, harvesting contracts, don't care. Hoeing contracts. While spraying contracts, stone picking, nope. Yeah, right now I'm just like looking for fertilizing and plowing contracts. Contracts that we can just, you know, snap off our fingers and earn like a quick $10,000 to $30,000 on, depending on the size of the field. But as for everything else, and hoeing contracts as well. But currently, right now, nothing there that we're looking for. Whoops, not construction, sorry. Sale page, no. But someone said the John Deere corn header folds up. Oh, it does. I might have been looking at one on the Mod Hub. I can't change the color of it, though. And that, that is going to annoy me. But I guess that could do for us in the meantime, can't it? 144,000. We'll be able to buy that. Just got to sell some of the wood beams in the morning, but we'll be able to buy that. Yeah, that does not fold up. That's a 13-meter wide one. And it does, not that it matters, we're not going to be doing sunflowers, but just want to make sure it does. You never know if you want to do a contract for it. All right, so it's 144,000. Yeah, I was waiting for the Capella mod pack to come out. You'll see that comes out rather quick, but in 25, haven't seen that come out yet. So yeah, maybe this field, how big is it, that field? 5.55, 4.59. I mean, either one of these fields right here, 38 or 43, would be a good potato field. Maybe more so this one. All right, we got water. Let's go top off our greenhouses. I would need a lot of water. And I should be looking at some farmhouses, get rid of our tent at some point soon too. Don't want to be living in a tent our entire time here on Frechdachs. How are we doing on strawberries? Looking good on strawberries. And of course, we'll just stick the honey in here. There we go. Alright, we'll park up the water tanker. I think next to the combine would be a good spot. And actually, I could probably put the combine in the big shed now if I want to. Freeing up a little bit more space in this shed. I hate backing up short trailers because they turn so quick. Yeah, so ice cream factory, not quite full on strawberries, so we'll just let it keep on going a little bit. Yeah, the honey, we got enough honey in there. Someone did ask, left a comment on a previous stream, will I ever get around to doing the chocolate ice cream? That requires a lot to do because, well, let's see, it requires eggs, so I'm going to need chickens. It requires sugar, so that means a sugar production. And I'm also going to need a dairy production because it needs milk and chocolate. So, I mean, that's a lot of productions I got to put together just to make chocolate ice cream. We'll see. I'm not shooting for it, but if we get there, we will see. If we do a, well, I will have a farmhouse, but, oh, wrong button. If we do a farmhouse, I'm definitely buying one, not building one. Because the only one I would like to build would be the log cabin again. Everything else, yeah, because I would need a lot of cement products probably. I do have some modded ones. $325,000 for a farmhouse that the only thing you can do on it is hit the sleep trigger. I mean, I suppose this one is not that bad. I think that's the one from Grandpa's house on Riverbend Springs. That's what that house looks like. All right, how are we doing in this field here? Well, it's getting along. It's still got a little ways to go. So, maybe what I need to be doing is actually a contract. Cultivating for 9. Deadwood. Where is the Deadwood contract? Way down there. Fertilizing. Any one of these next to us? Probably not. That one's not too far from us. Spraying in field number 5. I actually don't feel like doing any of them, honestly. So maybe what I'll do is we will finish up this field. I say finish up, it's going to take me a moment. But we'll cruise around here for a little while. AI worker Frechdachs. The worker was called the same name as the map itself. That's kind of weird. I think I'm going to do the opposite of what the worker was doing, which is work in the middle of the field, then do the outer side or the headlands on the field itself. I mean, which is the way you should do it, but since it's just a game and it doesn't matter, I'm going to do the headlands first. Yeah, but hopefully by next year we will have ourselves a direct drill. I may have to look to see how much horsepower the Seed Hawk requires. Not sure if the T8 will be enough. It might be. That's this German for Frank? I think so. Don't I have a ranch house? As a mod, or the only thing that we got here is that little tent. So by the time we sell the wood beams next month, we should be in the upper 200s, almost $300,000 range. So yeah, I think we'll start saving up our money after we buy the John Deere corn header. And we'll buy one of the surrounding fields so we can plant potatoes in it next spring. I don't know which ones were mods on that list I was scrolling down through, Robert, for the ranches or the farmhouses. But I'll just pick one and put it on down. Yeah, I don't feel like building one on this map. Can you turn the camera when in construction view? I mean, you can rotate. I mean, you can rotate where you're standing and looking. You can rotate the building you're trying to put down. Yeah, you can do a lot of rotating. I'm just not sure where I want to build a house yet. I don't know if I want to build it in the farmyard. I mean, the starter tent was just a starter tent because, well, we were starting. And who knows, maybe I'll buy a small piece of land and we'll just have our own little lovely house. We can decorate around it, maybe put a pond in. Sawmill should have enough wood in it to get us through to the end of the year, I think. I did want to see So the pigs, last time I looked at the price of the pigs, they were at $1,100. I wonder if the price, are they still going up in value? Yeah, now they're worth $1,200. So we got to figure out what the peak price is for these porkers. And then we'll actually see if the value goes down on them as they get too old. Yeah, but the sawmill probably will run dry from the wood that we did put into it. And then it'll probably be dry for maybe a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years before we get those other 300 trees that are ready to be cut. Yeah, I probably should have gone with the 9-meter wide drill, but it was like double the price for leasing. But I would have got the job done a little bit quicker. Should have plenty of seed, and looks like at the rate we're going through fertilizer, should be fine on that as well to get this all done. And of course, in Q2 of 2025, when Precision Farming comes out, I'll probably be running that on all the maps, if the map is compatible with Precision Farming. Just don't like the way the weeds work in the base game. I guess the one thing having dual wheels on, they will kill the weeds as you drive over them, but they're just going to grow back anyways. Just be nice with precision farming when I go around and drill a field. They'll put all the fertilization into the field that we need for that crop type, and I'll have to go back in afterwards and fertilize it again. And of course, if you do everything good, you get a yield bonus. And yes, you can go over 100%. I also kind of hope that the mod crop rotation comes back. Because I like I don't want to say it's an added challenge, but it's more thinking of, like here for now, I'm just going to say this is our corn field, this is our wheat field, this is our canola field. With crop rotation, it's going to be pretty key to make sure you rotate your crops. And get around that bush. Once I get to where we left off, going back and forth, we'll start going back and forth again because I have enough of the headland done where I can turn around. Do you remember cleaning out the cow barn came out? Not understanding the question. Cleaning out the cow barn? All right. And again, just to think, this is kind of like a starting field. Eventually the fields will be bigger. Be able to have bigger equipment by then. At least that's the plan. I really thought a worker was going to be doing this. And I was going to be out doing maybe some contract work or doing more stuff around the farmyard, but I got that done rather quickly. Cows made a mess with manure and feed, and you had to clean up with a front scoop every day. Oh yeah, that was a thing they actually, kind of interesting they took out of the game. But at the same time, I think a lot of people at first liked it. But then it did kind of become a nuisance in the game to constantly have to do it every day. Because it took away a little bit on their health if you did not clean it up. So when FS22 came out, they got rid of it, really, didn't they? I think it was in 19 that we had to clean the pens. I don't know if that was something that was kind of paid for by Lely. I think Lely had something to do with it. So when Lely came into the game in 17, I think that's when the messy barns came into play, food spillage and all that. Because then you got the Lely machine that cleaned up things and so on and so forth. I don't know, is Lely in the game still as a name brand? It's kind of like with Precision Farming and Farming Simulator. That was kind of done through John Deere and a couple of other manufacturers. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone will come out with a mod where we get the messy pens again. I kind of like not having it, although it's always fun at first. But then it gets to be like, I don't want to do this all the time, every day, or every month. Although I'm sure some would love it. Yes, that and the cow barn, which held 5,000 cows. That's a lot of cows. Wasn't it in 19 I did the 2,000, I think it was 2,000 cows, and that was a lot to keep up with. That was a lot of TMR I was making in 19 to feed 2,000 cows. We will get done with this field eventually, and we'll move on to the month of October. I promise. Now these trees in between the fields are kind of nice, but when you are doing work in the field, they do tend to get in the way of your view of what you're trying to do. All those trees. At least they give the trees give you some background to look at, but yeah, working around the fields can be a little bit of an issue. On Eureka Farms, I mean 2,000. I think he said 5,000 cows. It does sound like it was a modded pen. Maybe the cows back then, it's hard to remember that far back to 17, exactly how much the cows needed to feed on. Because I'm trying to remember in 17, and the only playthrough I can remember was the Pacific Northwest that I did. And I had cow barns on that. I don't remember how many cows that pen held. That tree came out of nowhere. So this field should be all set that we did check on. Does not need lime. Does not need to be plowed. I don't think any of our fields are going to need to be plowed except for Well, I should say, I was thinking at first not a whole lot, but it would be the cornfield every year and the potato field. It's one had trouble with grass field. You cut grass too late for hay. Oh, you're talking about I think you're talking about Miles when I was on Griffin, Indiana, when I was trying to do the 2,000 cows with the seasons mod, which was challenging. Yeah, I was trying to remember back to 17 though how big the cow barns were, and I don't remember. Thinking about another 5 minutes, maybe we'll be done here, possibly. These passes are going to get shorter and shorter. It's been a while since I fired up FS17. Well, I mean, usually when a new version comes out, I really don't backtrack that often. I do think, though, before 22 came out, I think I looked back to FS15 for an episode. My old save file from Bjornholm. But, I mean, I haven't been on 17 since 19 came out, and I don't think I've been on 19 since 22 came out. Are there any crops you would like to see in the game? I mean, there's plenty more crops that they can put into the game. I mean, there's an obvious one that I would love to see. And it was in some modded maps in 22. I mean, it's nice that we do have the amount of crops that we already have. I mean, if you go back to FS17 and look at how many crop types we had compared to what we have in 25 now, it's a load amount of crops. We just started the Sniper Elite series again. I did like that game, but the series a little bit, but by the third series, it didn't seem like they were bringing. I don't know. To me, it didn't seem like they were bringing anything new that much to the Sniper Elite series. I liked the first two because it was, you know, fresh and everything, but to me, it kind of felt a little bit of a copy and paste kind of a thing going on there. I mean, that's just my opinion. I haven't played Sniper Elite series in I don't know, 6 years or so. Hello, the herd. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. And Robert, if you're asking what crop type I'm talking about that I would like to see in the game, that was on some maps in 22, and that would be peanuts. Hello, Mike. How you doing? We'd like to see an update for field tomatoes instead of greenhouse tomatoes. Well, that's the thing. Is there a harvester, a machine harvester that could harvest tomatoes? Or would they have to be hand-picked? Because I don't see giants going through the effort of putting a crop into a field that would have to be hand-picked instead of being used with a machine. I'm going to start the series of our livestock on the roadmap for the other map at some point. I have no idea, branding. I have no idea. Plani is going to be a series of what comes up for sale in the store is going to determine where it goes. But I could see, I mean, if you were asking me right now, the plans for that is, just like I said in episode 1, getting a grass field, and I think just getting some silage and cutting the grass. That way we can make money in our own field as I do contracts. But, of course, if I have a grass field, eventually I can maybe get myself some goats and maybe do some dairy there, but we'll have to wait and see. That's a long ways off. I mean, it's going to be kind of like Goldcrest Valley was in 22. I didn't really have a set plan of where to go. It was just, well, we'll farm and see where it takes us. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last time, for sure, that I lease the Kuhn seed drill to plant in our fields. I mean, goats seem the obvious choice for animals on the other series just because they don't require that much food. And I think I could give them hay, but I can work around that. If they, oh, sorry, I think I can just give them just grass as well, but I think I can work my way around that. If I want to give them hay, I could just put down one of Omatanda's fermenting silos and just dump grass in there to make the hay. That way I wouldn't have to buy a tedder and windrower. I could just cut the grass into a swath, pick it up with a forage wagon, and dump it on in to make hay. Robert, you were here for the whole Riverbend series, pretty much. And I did not feed the water buffalo or our cows TMR once. You can feed your cows water buffalo just hay alone, and they'll do just fine. Just like the pigs here, right now they're just feeding on corn and wheat, and their health is at 100%. They don't have no oil seed or any root crop in their feed trough, but their health is at 100%. But I'm going to go the full 10 yards on it and give them it all by giving them pig food. Alright, it took a little bit, but we are done planting the wheat. No, didn't give our cows water buffalo TMR once. Didn't even think about it. Hay was the way to go. Alright, we're going to bring this back to the farm so we can empty out the fertilizer and seed, then we'll return the drill. I think the corn will be ready in October. I think I planted it in the first month I could have. Yeah, it's all empty. Alright, let's go ahead and return that now. Looks like it's already at the top. Yep. Least. Right there. Return. And I guess I'm just parking this in here. Yeah, I can't believe the mineral feed has been in the game now since... Was it in 19? Mineral feed was there and it still doesn't really have an effect. Yeah, I think we're fine. We're just going to sleep until October. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is, well, we'll check the sale page. Just to see what's there. Well, there's the Komatsu that we probably used. There's a direct drill, but that's only going to be a 3 meter wide, 4 meter wide. Don't need that. So nothing there that we need. Alright, we're going to go grab our truck and up to the sawmill. And yes, the corn is ready. But yeah, we're going to go bring our... Hopefully it shows me as Raffison. Yep, Raffison is where it's going. If you're talking just a plain old rice, there's only one planter for the plain rice. And I have not done the plain rice yet. If you're talking long grain rice, you can use a regular seed drill for that. So the planter is whatever size your seed drill is. I want to say the plain rice planter is maybe a 4-meter wide. Our brand new truck, the electric truck. Maybe hand picking will be on the VR. I haven't even looked at the VR. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing anything with the VR stuff. I think it took me a lot to get used to. Alright, so I think I reconfigured the trailer so it shouldn't stack 4 high on the front part. But it still should stack 4 high on the back part, I think. We'll see what happens. And our trees have not sprouted up yet either. Which is kind of interesting because they're getting pretty close to the 1 year that we planted them. Not there yet, but it's getting close to the 1 year. Nope, still stacking them 4 high. Why? Let's see, we got about 2 more months of wood in here, so it's not going to get to the end of the year. I could have swore that the universal autoloader reset when I checked it. When I went back in, it showed me the height it was going to stack to. Buying the rice seedlings can get pricey. I'm just not sure if I have that much interest in the regular rice. I mean, the planter looks kind of fun and all, but the harvester does not thrill me too much. I think the autoloader is going to load everything that it... Yep, it did load everything it could. All right, let's strap those in. And let's get our extra 12 on there. Actually, I could put more on here if I wanted to. Got a face full of wood beams there. So this will fund our corn header. We're going to get the John Deere one, 12 meter wide. It does fold. For some reason I missed that, but someone here today told us that it folded up, and I appreciate that. So I would have overlooked it again. So all the wood beams have spawned, so maybe we'll stack... No, because I won't be able to get out of the building. So ignore what I said. I'm like, I can stack a hide, nothing's in our way. The only thing that gets in our way is the building itself. Alright, we got our 57 pallets like always. Kind of oversticking on the right-hand side, but better than the left-hand side of the trailer. Oncoming traffic and all. Hello, OKS Gamer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. After selling this, we'll probably speed up time until it gets to 9 o'clock, and then I'll have a look to see what kind of contracts are out there. Getting my tractors back to work would be a good thing, since the sawmill is going to run out of wood in a little while. I mean, that sawmill has made us millions of dollars already. Yep, the Massey Ferguson needs to get in the fields and get rid of those weeds. The T8 will be doing the grain hauling. So that leaves a Fendt available for, I guess, plow work only. Or I guess I could set it off on fertilizing contracts. $167. Yep, nothing fell off. So we're good. I'm gonna go park this by the charger. Not that the truck really needs a charge, it's not like we're desperate, but just want to make sure that it's working. First I'm going to park it where I normally would, see if the charger's in range. I really parked up close to the wall, didn't I? Do I have to start the charging? I forgot how that worked. Ah, there. I have to get right to there to start charging. So I wasn't close enough before. I mean, we're still undercover here, so I mean, that'll be fine, I guess. That'll be fine. Yeah, so the corn header. Like I said, I guess we'll just buy this one for now. The color's not the greatest. I mean, green is my favorite color, but can't change it. But we're just going to go ahead and buy it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and recall the combine back to the store instead of me driving it down there. All right, scooch over to the store. Seems to fit okay. I'll throw the beacons on to know some people love the beacons. And some of them get upset because I don't ride around with beacons on when I'm on the road. But again, it's just eye candy in the game because the beacons really don't help you get the traffic to move over. Probably should top this off with fuel. So what determines if a mod can be just for PC or for console and PC, like pallet autoload? Most of the time, it just comes down to if the mod has a script in it, it will not be allowed to go on the consoles at all. So a lot of your autoloading scripts or autoloading mods have scripts in them. Another thing that will not allow to go on console, like maps. So like 4x maps, like this map here, Frechdachs is a 4x map. So if the map is bigger than the base game size maps, it probably will not go on console. So it's things like that. Yes, it is a John Deere header. Nice of you to notice. I think it comes down to, when it comes to 4x size maps going on console, I think it has to come down to the size of the file and also like poly counts and all that kind of stuff. So if the map doesn't have too much detail, it can probably go on console, but like a 4x size map is going to push the limit on consoles for that kind of size. But usually in general, 4x size map will not be on console. Watch out for the beehive. You don't want to get rile up the bees. Alright, let's go ahead and get this corn. All right, before I get too invested in the corn, let me just go ahead and turn the header off for a second. Where is the Massey Ferguson? Oh, it's ready right there with a hoe. So we'll get the weeding done first with a worker. Oh, wait, why am I getting... Okay, so did they change crop destruction? Because it used to be in the first growth stage. You were fine. Didn't matter if you had wide tires and all that. So, all right. I mean, I can put narrow tires on this. It's not a problem we had before. I thought it was just with the corn, but it seems like with everything now, the first growth stage, you need narrow tires on everything now. Yep, all set. Alright, so we lost some canola there. So that had to happen since patch 1. Are we on 1.5? Alright, I think the worker is good to go. Oh yeah, I was going to see if there was a plowing contract. Let's see, harvesting, weeding. Yeah, let me get up to 9 o'clock. That's when all the contracts usually start jumping on. There is a plowing contract for Field 18. We will accept that one. So where is the Fent? And the plow is... Well, the plow's behind the trailer, but I need the trailer. You think it's the map that has the crop destruction on the first growth stage? I mean, it could be. Let's get this down to field 18, and I think it's 18,000 for the contract. Make sure I'm going to the right location. Yeah, it's just almost like right across the farm here. Alright, so I'm just going to have to remind myself in this map, anytime I'm going into the field, and if it's got crop in it, just make sure you got narrow tires on it. On my fields anyways. It doesn't matter if I go into an NPC's field. Right, where is that field? Gotcha. I'm just trying to remember, before the patch, was I here? Oh, well. Part of me may want to test out in the wheat field this a little bit to see if I destroy the wheat crop also. Just a little test section, if you will. Alright, we'll put the T8 right here. I'll leave the engine running. So I guess from what you're saying, I'm the only one getting crop destruction on the first growth stage then. If you think it's just a map. So the first trailer of corn, I'm going to bring that over to the pig food mixer. When it takes, it takes, and when it doesn't take, we'll just pop it into our silo. But yeah, first trailer, we'll just go right to the pig food mixer. And I think next month in November, our first set of pigs should have another set of offspring. So we should be up to 27 pigs at that point. Hello, kid, and welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. Yeah, I kind of forgot about this corner of the cornfield. I need to paint that in as this meadow grass, get rid of the field. So when I do hire a worker over here, I don't have any issues. I'm just trying to remember on here, I thought I was going in the fields and not getting any crop destruction after the first growth stage, but as long as the narrow tires don't do anything, I'm okay with it. I'm going to focus on this side of the road first. Because what I can do is, when my Fent gets done plowing up that field and there's no more contracts or anything, by getting this side done, I can set a worker off to plow this, and I can be harvesting the other corn on the other side. I'd like to get back to the trailer, but I think I'm going to be just too full at that point. was trying to see if this field needed lime, but it does not look like it does. So on the pig food mixer, how much have I gone through the material in that so far? Ran out of potatoes, so I need to put potatoes back in there. And corn, it can take 50,000 liters. So I need to throw in some taters. I don't know how many more taters I got in that bunker over there. I'm hoping we got 100,000 liters. I'm going to assume the yield in this field is going to be like at 90 some odd percent, maybe. It says 95% yield out of 100. It seems like we're getting a decent amount of corn, but it's whatever Giants allows, and we're getting 95% of the max. Just unfortunate that the farmer harvested the corn a month before. So we got one less cornfield that I thought we were going to have. Yeah, definitely need to eliminate that corner of the field. It does get too messy with workers for sure. I do wonder where Giants gets their average of how much, what they consider 100%. I wonder if they just contact a agricultural place and say, what's the average yield of corn in 1 hectare or acre, and then they just divide it up that way. You remember in 22 when I had crop rotation and precision farming running, I had a couple of fields I got up to like 145% yield. See how our workers are doing. Well, they are both moving, so that's a positive. When you say 80K off this field, I assume you mean off of both sides of the road. But we are using the John Deere 12-meter wide header. About as big as I would really want to go on a header to keep it somewhat realistic. I think there are bigger headers in real life, but I think on those headers farmers get a lot of problems on them. I think if you try to go too many rows, you're just starting to get a lot of corn cobs trying to go into the harvester at once where the opening is, and it just gets clogged up once in a while. That one corn stalk. What do you think you're trying to do? Get into the harvester. So, I mean, the combine holds 13,000. I've already put like almost 2 combine loads in, so we're roughly on like about 26,000 liters in that trailer right now. Looks like we did get some hail damage in our cornfield. So that's unfortunate, but... plowing contract seems to be going well. Is my Massey Ferguson stuck, or... No, they're not stuck. There's a 22 row corn header from Fent. That's like almost double the size of this. I just try to picture all that corn, all those cobs of corn trying to go through the mouth of the harvester. It seems like it might be a little bit too much for it once in a while. I think I was watching a video of a farmer. I think they had a Case Axial Flow 9000 series, and they had a 16-row corn header, and for the most part it did pretty good, but when the yield was good, the combine just couldn't go through the cob fast enough, and it would clog up on the header because they just couldn't accept the cob fast enough. Is that the ideal? The ideal combine, I think it's called, or a version of it. So I think I use a version of that. I mean, I'm like comparing it to Farming Sim and 22. I think I use the Fent Ideal. And in the game itself, though, I had problems with those combines and corn headers. I wonder if that's still a problem in 25 with those combines. So basically, on the combines in 22 that I was using, every time I hook up a corn header to it, the RPMs were just like maxed out. I mean, you can see here on the Kloss, we're like 2/3 on RPM, which is just about right. But in 22, on the Fent Ideal combine, every time you put a corn header on that thing, the RPMs were just maxed out. I don't know, maybe it was a conflict of implement and combine causing it. I have no idea. I think I tried using it on No Man's Land at the beginning, had problems with it. And maybe on Hinterland? I think it was on Hinterland I tried using that setup again and it didn't work. All right. One side of the field done. I think our plowing contract is done also. Massey Ferguson's not that far from being done on that. Yeah, you are apparently done there, sir. Or ma'am, who's ever taken care of that field. But was that 18 grand for that field? 14 grand. Well, it's still pretty good. We'll collect on that. Thank you very much. A couple of good cultivating contracts there, but... yeah, we're just going to bring this back to our farm now. think I need to go over here. Yes, going the right way. And they can start plowing up our field that we just harvested. Guy in the neighbor city called, assuming you mean Fent, rented one, went through the corn like nothing. We were speechless. Not that long ago. I mean, yeah, the ideal combine looks like a beast. It just didn't work out for me in the game, is all I'm going to say. So, I don't know if that problem's been fixed in 25 or not. Actually, I don't even know if the Fent ideal is in the base game. Is the Massey Ferguson done? Looks like the Massey Ferguson is done. I can bring that over to the wheat field. All right, so before we set a worker off, let me go ahead. Actually, while I'm here, yeah, the ideal is not in the game. They got this Fent right here, which looks like I don't know who actually makes it, but the Massey Ferguson Fent looks like it's the same combine, just reskinned. But they don't have the ideal in here. I'm sure someone will make a mod for it, or Giants will release it at some point. But construction, going to eliminate this corner over here. Painting. Oh, this one right here is that's what I was looking for. Let's go bigger. Get rid of that there, and then there we go. All right, hire a worker. No room there. Let's go over to here. We got a half a tank. I think we're good. So he says. I mean, I'm not one to run out of fuel. Never happens. Let's see what the worker does here. Ideal Fent is out in a mod. I think Giants may have released it. But since I'm shooting for the CR11 on this series. All right, Massey Ferguson. Get that over to the wheat field. Yeah, so it's going to kind of suck in a couple months when the sawmill runs out of wood. That $250,000 every day I was getting kind of used to for the past year. It's been like a year now. Just have to wait on that gravy train to start back up at some point. I know what you may be saying, just save up and buy the next forest over and cut down more trees. Well, we could, but... yeah, that sawmill definitely has gotten us quite a ways in the past year. So this would get it just about full. At least with the corn. Why Giant Software not providing multiplayer on mobile FS game like in 20 and 2023? Could not tell you. This needs to be moved in a little bit. Oh, yep, that doesn't fit under anymore now, does it? Can I raise it up more? Nope, that's as far as it goes up. So... hopefully it grabs that little piece in the front. If not, not that big of a deal. Did I fill up my trailer? Must have. Alright, so we do got some potatoes left, but not a whole lot. But then again, we do got a good amount of pig food already going here. Hang on, Frank, I'm coming. Can't buy the forest. We'll make the episodes very easy, and that's not what we're about. We like our hard work. Well, that's why I said I don't want to get too much into the forestry stuff. But I was just saying, some people may suggest we buy another forest and cut down more trees. We'll just have to wait a couple of years for the trees that we planted to be ready to be cut. And 300 trees may sound like a lot, but if we look at... where am I going to go? Stats. I've cut down 435 trees. Now, maybe 100 to 150 of those were on the contracts. So I think I've planted about the same amount of trees as we cut down that property. So that's going to be like another $2 million worth of trees once we get to cutting them down. I mean, this is great. I mean, the sawmill has given us enough to work in our own fields for quite a bit. Don't have to do contracts for a while. Spud Empire when? I mean, when are we going to have a lot of potatoes? I mean, potatoes and corn are the main ingredient for the pig food mixer, along with canola and wheat, so that's what we're kind of aiming for. See, so the only way when you're in the trailer emptying out a combine, you can't see what the combine's unloading. But when you're in the combine, you can see the capacity of the trailer. It's just interesting in my thoughts there. We'll grab this honey and throw that in here. Yeah, we're really stockpiling on the honey and the ice cream manufacturer now. We're up to 3,500 liters. Ice cream, we can just keep there for a while. No rush to sell that. And of course, we'll just put corn right back in these fields next year. All right, so the Massey Ferguson is working, the fence working, and the T8 is working. So just looking at some more. There's a mowing contract, which I could set a worker off on that because that's going to pay me $12,500 just to send a worker down there to do it. So we'll borrow the items on that. That needs to go. Is that up by us? It should be. Yeah, right across the corner. So, I mean, like, for the next year, I may have to do, like I said, I'm just kind of looking for the big paying contracts like this, where I can send a worker out, but we're still working our own fields while this is going on. Oh, let me turn on the beacons. Easy is not interesting, but also very hard is not interesting either. So it's it's kind of a balancing act of going at a good pace, at least for my play style. I mean, before I started really streaming and just did videos, I used to get comments saying they may like the content, but also they feel like it drags on too long because it takes too long. They want to see me buy something almost every episode, and I was like, that's not the way I like to play. So I mean, some people are going to find the pace I go at here with hard economy, it just drags on too much because they want to see every episode buy a field or just expand somewhere. But you've been here, you've seen it as we go along. Sometimes we go 3 or 4 streams and not be able to afford to buy anything or work towards something. This takes a while. What best put new animals same pen like sheep and goats? One pen for each type? I think you're asking, Miles, should you have separate pens for the sheep and goats or just use one pen for both? I mean, it all depends on the farm that you're going for. If you want to make fabric or stuff with the sheep, then maybe at first, depending on your money situation, just get one pen and have half sheep and half goats. And then once you get enough money and you can afford 2 pens, have 2 separate pens for sheep and goats. But it all depends on your play style and what you're trying to do. So it's kind of hard to say get separate pens or put them in the same pen. Hard is okay, tedious is not. Yeah, that's the thing. You just got to find. Originally I did not want to do a sawmill in the series, but then when I started doing a lot of contracts over and over, and I started thinking, I got to do a lot more streams of just doing contracts to get somewhat more advanced, and that's why I said, well, we'll try a sawmill out and see how it goes. And yeah, the sawmill, I think, has made the series, I think the interest has picked back up on it. Also, I don't want it to get to where it's just, like I think I put a thumbnail down where I built a bank. It feels like I did at some point, getting $250,000 every month. That's why I'm fine with it running out of wood in a couple of months, and we just gotta wait for those trees to grow. It gives us something to look forward to when those trees finally do grow. And I do know what you mean, Skender, so that's not, I mean, you are, wait, where's my harvester? I think we're on the same page of what's going on here. Please tell me you'll get to the end of the row. Looks like it will. Hey, you have a full grain tank. How about that? Real life farming is tedious. Sometimes we barely get even. Sometimes we borrow money to survive. It's a struggle, and it is gonna get worse. Yeah, but let's focus on the game for a second. I mean, we're all here for the entertainment value, so no one wants to see us lose money or take 3 years before I just have enough money to buy a tractor. So it's just trying to find that fine line. We all know that farming in real life is quite different than what the simulator provides us, but at least the simulator does provide us some education on how farming is done. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but it gives people an idea of why some things are done the way they are done. Going to go ahead and dump this in the silo. Our Fent took care of that field relatively quick. Alright, I'll just park this right in this field right there. Leave the engine running, because why not? Yeah, the worker did a good job in this corner of the field, so that's fine by me. Now, my original plan was to put the fertilizer spreader on a second tractor and get our fields a second stage of fertilization into it, but I need narrow tires for that. I suppose I might be able to put narrow tires on this. I can't remember if I saw narrow tires as an option. mean, why not? I got every other type of tire bought for this vehicle already. May as well see if I can put Narrows on it. Let's see. Twin wheels, rear twin. May have to go to Trelleborg. Narrow twins. Narrow twins is 6. Narrows are just 1. Customize. We go from duals to narrows. Alright, let's get our second stage of fertilization down. Actually here, I probably should, because I'm not going to be able to see it too well. Steer assist, show lines. Because I'm not going to be able to see where the heck I've been. Swiss Army tractor, it's getting to be. Now, I just got to get to my mindset now that apparently on this map, once the crop grows, it's crop destruction. Which, you know, I don't mind that much, just got to get used to the fact. You feel that we need another shed? The second shed I put down is not even full. And really, I need to start saving the money up because we don't have any more months left at the sawmill, and I got to buy another field for potatoes next year. And yeah, I could plant more crop in field, well, separate crop in the field where the road divides it, but I need that corn. I mean, it's something I can evaluate through the winter months to see where we stand. But I'm pretty much out of potatoes. And yeah, we may only have 18 pigs currently, but by end of next year, we're going to be... I think we're going to be pushing 100 by then. Which is a lot, but not a lot since our pen holds 700. Let me just stop this for a second. And go empty out our combine. Well, the potato planter's not... I could lease that just to plant the crop in next year. But I would need another field. Because we got our wheat field, we got our canola field. This is our corn field. I don't have another field to plant potatoes in. So not really sure how much food the pigs are actually going to go through. I just want to make sure we're all set to go. Because the more pigs that are born, eventually they'll become to adults and they'll start reproducing, and before you know it, we're just going to have a lot. Yep, we're done there. Let me get back to here. Because I don't want to end up having to buy pig food up. We can always sell our pigs once they reach the max price and just keep it to a certain level, not have a full pen. But I think it'll be just fun just to have a full pig pen if we can. I mean, the shed I put down today, that cost $80,000. And since I don't plan on buying anything soon, like another tractor or anything, I think we got plenty of sheds. I mean, the yard is starting to look more like a yard with those two sheds being there. And like I said, I'm just kind of leaving the other side of the yard open a little bit in case a production building comes up on the mod hub where it's like, oh, I definitely got, you know, that fits our farm. There's something we need to try out. Eventually, if I need to, we could always, you know, expand the cornfield into that area. It's going to bug me, though, that I destroyed some of our canola. Not that I destroyed the canola, it's just going to bug me that that part of the field doesn't have a crop growing in it. Feels weird using GPS, honestly, but it is nice in this situation when I can't see where I've been. Alright, so I need to skip a row. So not this one, but the next one. So, I mean, just like that, our corn harvest, I think, is almost over. Looks like he's on his last strip over there. Almost full again, so that's good news. More corn. So we're going to be relying on our greenhouses and our ice cream factory again to give us some cash as we move forward. The girls want you to take them to bed again. One day you'll probably miss that, so may not be next year or the year after, but maybe 20 years from now you'll miss it. You look back at these days and you remember the night you tucked your girls into bed, so. But I appreciate you being here, Skender, like always. Enjoy your fishing trip tomorrow. Good luck out there. Be safe. And we'll see you when you come back. I think I need to do a little bit in here somewhere. Maybe I got it all. One way to check is to just check the map. Yeah, it looks like I got it all. But let's go back to the farm. We'll top off with fertilizer, and we'll hire a worker to do the wheat field, though. Contract finish. So we'll drop off our Fent, pick up the Massey Ferguson. Oh, you know what I gotta do though? I gotta take it off steer assist and do AI worker. Well, I actually also want to turn the markers off. There we go. Okay, hire a worker. Before you know it, our fall harvesting and planting season is coming to a close. One of these days we'll own in this area and I can smooth this road out. Of course, I have taken this road quite a bit today, so I can imagine all the ground deformation that's going on here. Might as well fuel this up. And we'll also give it a rinse because it was too far away from the pressure washer for where I put it. This might be the first wash for the Massey Ferguson. Starting to see the wear of the paint on our equipment, putting the hours on them. Ah, there he goes, jumping back on the pressure washer. I'm going to leave the hoe attached to it only because it seems like I'd probably be using that again on it. Let's see. Not you. Not you. I guess I could use you, I suppose. Was going to drive the combine over here, but may as well drive this over to the combine. How much corn do I currently have in storage? Just 38,000 liters. Whatever's in the trailer adds on to that. I don't think it counts for the corn in the pig food mixer. You can see we got 241,000 liters of pig food, though. Yeah, we have plenty of fuel, but I'm going to go ahead and fuel this up, and that way it's ready for next year. Because if I wait until next year, because I did that before, I get too excited about, I can fill this up with wheat. No, I just want fuel. Maybe if I fold, whoop, didn't want to do that. Maybe if I fold up the combine. Can I not fuel up the combine? Alright, maybe turn it around like I had to. There was another machine I had to turn around to fill up. Ah, there we go. Let's see here. Let's put the corn header there. And I think I'll just pop the combine in over here. That'll go good there. Ah, yes. This contract here. Any other big mowing contracts going on? No. So we'll just collect on that. Still 12,500. Yeah, definitely don't want to be doing any of the veggie contracts. Yeah, nothing there is of interest. Which hay drawing are you talking about? The Almatana can one take bales? I'm guessing you're a little bit behind in the stream, Miles, because we were talking about that a while ago. But I mean, yeah, that's one of the hay dryers you could use. I think that's the one I got downloaded. I think you are doing the headlands. And what I need to do is I need to get the fence back. And probably put the, I'll probably put the duals back on here. We'll plow up the cornfield that we just harvested. Let's see where you're at and your job over here. Oh yeah, you're on your last strip and you're good to go. Well, I did spend a good amount of money today. We bought ourselves a $225,000 electric truck and about a $140,000 corn header. Not where I thought my money was going to go today. I thought I was going to be buying that other cornfield. Which is right in front of us. Well, the corn's not there, of course. Let's take this bumpy road one more time today. Of course, I could have used the T8 to plow, but the T8's meant for bigger stuff. And now we'll grab the plow. I do believe those were BKT tires I had on there. That's right, the plow cannot go through. For some reason the plow collides with a hitbox there somewhere. BKTs. Twin wheels, no charge. That looks good. Customize. While we're here, we'll repair it. And we'll also repair the plow as well. Alright, let's grab the T8 and the grain trailer, get that corn in the silo. Should I be bringing anything over to the pig food mixer? I think it's good to go for a while, though. I think all the canola is over there. And I could bring over some wheat. Do I got any wheat left? Oh, I got tons of wheat left. We'll leave that here for now. Let's get the plowing, I guess. I did turn off my engine, right? Yes, I did. I'm glad I don't have field stones turned on. I think field stones are something I don't mind doing like 1 every 10 series. And after I do it in that series, it's like, yeah, I had enough of field stone. I think I used field stone on Elm Creek when 22 came out. I believe I did it on No Man's Land, but after No Man's Land, I don't think I used it anywhere after that. That guy never takes a day off. He's there every day. Talking about his ice cream. I hope that's what he's talking about. Did I miss a corn stalk? Or the worker missed some corn stalks over here? Yeah, so we should be able to get enough money from the sawmill before it runs dry on wood to be able to afford another field, and then we can put our potatoes in there. I haven't really looked at the mod hub to see if there's any modded potato planters, so we'll just probably have to use the one that is in the base game, which is... I did use that on Tuscany, and it wasn't that bad. If you have a worker do it anyways. It's kind of satisfying, at least I think, plowing a field. At least for this plow. I think, like a few people have said, if it wasn't for this plow, they probably wouldn't plow their fields at all. But it's almost like you're giving yourself a new beginning, a fresh start. Getting rid of the old crops altogether and getting ready for putting in new crop types. Or just for another farming season. Well, the planter we got doesn't take too long to put the corn in. Yeah, so for our next purchases, I can only think of is just stay focused on getting one of the fields by our canola field in front of us. Either the corn field that I was going to buy, or maybe the field on the other side, which has sorghum in it, or had sorghum in it. I don't know if it still does. Either one of those fields would be pretty good, because the beehives will cover those potato fields a little bit on either side. I'm kind of leaning towards the one over by the corner of our tent, only because I would like to make a road going out between those two fields out to the main road. Although I tend to use the one out back here more. At least we don't have any issues plowing like we do with our balers. don't know if I'll get time to even go on a test map later on after the stream tonight. And just try balers. To say my test map, when I say a test map, I always have a test map for the one I'm playing on. Just so I can try other things. I can cheat money in and just try things, see if things work or not. And just try a baler on the test map to see how that's working. And maybe I can find a baler that works fine compared to the ones that I'm currently using or have used. Because it seemed to be different problems. It seemed to be with the case quad, the modded baler that I used the first time. It was the baler with the issue with the pickup rolling up and underneath the baler itself. And then the coon baler I had yesterday, it seemed like it was the tractors could not get traction. Which is weird because we didn't have that problem before. This job would take me probably 3 times as longer if I were just to use the base game plows. I think the widest plow in the base game is 6 meter wide. I do tend to put people to sleep once in a while. I've been told that. So there's a good chance maybe he was. It's one thing I don't see for YouTube chat is there's no timestamp of when someone types something in chat. I don't know if it does it on playbacks, but at least when we're streaming live, there's no time stamp on chat. You're getting timestamp on chat? Maybe there's an option I got it turned off because I don't see any timestamps. Alright, just a few more passes and our fields are all set until next season, or next spring at least. I'm trying to think of another mod that I've used where they had audio on it, like voiceovers like that. Turn timestamp on the top right of the screen. Well, I mean, I can see the chat coming in as it's live, but I didn't know it was an option though either. Alright, the Fent is ready to rock and roll. Maybe do some plowing contracts in the future, which I'm sure it will. I don't think I turned the lights on in here yet. I forgot where the light switch is. On this side, that side. Where's the light switch? Is that it over here? No, it's not the light switch. There is a light switch somewhere, is there not? Or are these automatic lights in here? I'm remembering a light switch somewhere. I think my truck is done charging. Maybe there's automatic lights. I thought there was a light switch somewhere. I don't see one though. Power comes in here to here. Oh, lights on. I'm looking at the wrong button. I was looking for R because it used to be R for lights, but it was left mouse click. There we go. Leave the lights on because I don't think it charges just for having the lights on. So we're all set. So in case you missed it, that Volvo electric truck, before it was kind of like a bluish color. And now, of course, it's a different color because we went ahead and bought one. We also bought ourselves a corn header today. As for the cornfield, well, yeah, the farmer harvested it a month in advance. So that's where we stand on that front. Let me just check on the animals, make sure that they do have food. Now, they still got plenty of food. So they got 14,000 liters of food currently. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to bed. And when I wake up, I want to see how much food they've gone through. But we are going to get more pigs overnight, I think. All right, we didn't get them last month, right? No. But I think we're all set for another set of pigs here pretty soon. Sale page, don't even want to be tempted by it, so I'm not going to look at it. We're just going to go ahead and get to November, and we'll see if we got more pigs. And see how much food they go through in a month. Not quite a full month, but it was like noon, and we're going to wake up at 8, so it's almost a full month. Yeah, they've only gone through 600 liters of food per month. Currently. And we did get more pigs. Hooray. We got some more pigs. So now we're up to 27, I would assume. Yeah, so pigs, when they give offspring, it's just one. It's not, there's no chance of doubles, it appears. But let's jump over to the pigs, shall we? So we're going to have our full-size pigs, which that is one there. We have our adolescent. That one seems to be frozen in time. I'm sure they're fine. And then we should have... we should have a little one running around here somewhere. Is this one? This one might be running to the feed trough. Look at him go. I think that's an adolescent. That's an adolescent. Where are the little ones? Maybe the game hasn't spawned them in yet? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost stepped on one. He is still sleeping. But yeah, we're now up to 27 pigs, and they're not going through the food that quick. Not going through the food that quick at all, so I think early on we're going to be fine. Something we will need on down the line as well, but the BGA is not that expensive. We'll need to put that down, but I don't think we're piling up the manure as of yet. I mean, we're going to have like a couple thousand. Yeah, just 3,000 liters. I think this holds, is it 400,000 or 4 million? I always forget that. 4 million liters it holds, so we got space. And then, of course, we got the slurry pit over here, which right now is only at 6,000. We do need an extension on here, but at the current rate, we don't. And actually, how much do I know how much it holds here? I mean, we're at 6,000. That probably holds like 200,000 liters, maybe. Maybe 150. So we got time to, we don't have to worry about that for a while. But their health is up to 100%. Of course, the newborns, their health is not quite there. The adolescents, their health is 100%. And in another month, they'll... Is it another month? Or 2 months? It might be another 2 months, and they'll be adults. And they'll be giving us offspring. So the pigs are going to start coming a little bit faster and faster, which will be fun. Oh, yeah, what's their value? 1,400. So their value right now is 14. I wonder if they'll get up to 2,000. I have no idea how much pigs are worth when they're at full value, but I like the price. It's still going up. That's good to see. Hello, Liz. Good afternoon. But yeah, our fields are all set, like I said. We do have... What's the sawmill doing? I'll probably just wait for the sawmill to get through all the wood, and then we'll sell all the wood beams at that point. Currently, we do have $225,000 worth of wood beams there. Wood chips. I got about $100,000 worth of wood chips to sell. So that's going to be some good money as well. But in the meantime, also, I guess I'll have to start looking back at contracts. There's a mowing contract. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to borrow the items, though, and get that right away, because that's $18,000. And we'll get that contract going. But we'll be doing that next stream, because I think we're at that time where we should be wrapping up for the day. So, yeah, just wrap up. We bought ourselves the electric Volvo truck. Bought ourselves a corn header, because we harvested our corn today. Did not buy the field. Oh, yeah, we did put down this shed, too. Don't want to forget about the shed. I put down this right here for our bigger equipment. That's all looking good. Electric charging station as well. So, yeah, we're going to sell the rest of our wood beams here next stream. So, that's tomorrow, I think. And probably get right on to December and sell the wood chips. We'll see how far we get, but I got to start looking at the contracts. But we are going to be more picky on the contracts. And as I learned on this map, if there's crop growing in the field, put narrow tires on. First growth stage, you're not immune on crop destruction. And, yeah, as for the baler, I haven't figured that out either. But, yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for more fun here on Frechdachs. I am going to try to record the second episode of Polygny. I don't think I'm going to pronounce it Polygny. Polygny? One of those. Yeah, so if you missed it, Polygny, the map that came out yesterday in the Mod Hub, I did post a video on that this morning for episode 1. So that would be the recorded series. And yeah, I'm going to try to record episode 2 tonight and get that out tomorrow. And in the future, I'm going to try to put out, like I said, 2 episodes a week on that. And probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Along with some episodes of SnowRunner mixed in between. Along with ATS videos as well. And along with the live streams that we keep on doing here. So yeah, if you tune in and like, oh, I wanted more Farming Simulator, well, I got a video posted out this morning on Polygny. However it's pronounced. But anyways, if you're still here and you like what you saw, don't forget about hitting that like button. It helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you want to. Just leave me in the comments why, but no one ever does. And if you're new here, that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and I hope to catch you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.